Alright, so we are broadcasting live again on YouTube. This broadcast is going to be a actual mission well, it's the first mission for the TSN Armada Online. And I'm going to be game mastering this mission, so you can see that I've got the Game Master console up and the ships have just spawned in at Promethean Command. This is command to all ships. Welcome to Promethean Command. There's been intelligence reported that there are Krellian forces closing on this position. We need you to defend Promethean Command. Make sure that the stations are protected. Alright, so let's open the spawn menu and let's start spawning in some Scarans to start to ambush them. So I need to go into Hegemony and let's give them a single Scar and see how they handle that. And a couple more Scarans as well. So Scaran medium there. And Scaran light there. So they've got a few contacts. And just to give them a bit of a fright as well, let's put one right at the door. There we go. So this is what I'm seeing on my Game Master screen. Ideally, I'd show you the science screen as well, so just give me a second. I select the science screen here, and this is what the players are currently seeing. So they've got their different contacts there, and they've not detected that one down in the bottom corner yet.
Take care of the incursion in the middle of the ring. We were going to handle the outside forces.
Aegis. Saber to Aegis.
Jesse, repeat.
I think I might put a little bit of music on in the background while we're doing this.
Saber to Aegis, we assume you are engaging the Skarian in Alpha 4 Mark 6.
Let's go with this one, see if this one works. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud.
Correct, Aegis is intercepting in A4.
There we go. That's what I like that. There we go. Sorry about that on the broadcast. If it's not playing, do let me know in the live chat comments. I'm watching the live chat comments just in case. I can't currently hear it on my computer, so hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully as well the music's not too loud in the background, if it is playing at all. Okay, so Intrepid seems to be lost at the minute. We've got the Aegeus tackling this Scaran here. I best not do it on the science screen actually. There's another Scaran that's cloaked next to them, and the Saber that looks like it's taking a little bit of damage there. Okay, now it's time to start bringing on the Hegemony. So what time are we on? See if we can turn that sound down. There we go. So we're gonna have a Torgoth fleet coming in here. It's going to be the advanced force. So there's another Torgoth fleet coming in here.
You're welcome to shoot the target from behind.
and let's put in a heavy Krillian fleet as well. So they've spawned here. They'll take a couple of minutes just for the AI to update and get them tracking properly. And if it doesn't, I can use the GM keys to start doing that. Can also get on a light carrier fleet over here, I think. Just with, there we go, there's the Avonian carrier. So this is what they can now see on their screen. You can see they've got these fleets just appeared. Might add some AI to them just to get them moving in the right direction. So what fleet is this? India fleet. Set default AI. There we go. See if that helps. It looks like the other ones are starting to get organised now over here. Although that one from Hotel Fleet, I don't know what that's doing. It's moving back in.
Agent Saber, what would you like to do about this Delta 58?
They're now reacting, which is good. Alright, yeah, if you're listening on the stream, I'm still fiddling around with some of the audio balance. This is actually something that I've just quickly put on. I wasn't set up for streaming the Game Master. Despite all the preparations that we put in place, I'm glad you can hear the audio alright.
Aegis is inbound for D58 from the rear. GS3 has Tango.
Okay, that AI seems to be working really well there, but over here it doesn't seem to be. Hotel's working, Golf isn't quite working, and Foxtrot. So let's reassign this AI over here for the Foxtrot group, so they want to be there. I'm actually going to take this group. I think I might guide them. Oh, let's give them default AI, because it'll be easier that way. There we go, so they've reacted to that. And then I want the Golf group. Golf group's not looking too bad actually. I might just move them back together. There we go. Okay, it looks like they managed to handle the Scarans. Now as they handle these, I can, as GM, just throw in a couple of extra Scarans inside that have got past the perimeter to give them a fright if I think they're finding it a little bit too easy. I do have to be mindful of time though. We've got about 20 minutes before our first official race begins, so I want to have it wrapped up by then.
Saber, we do have a Omega 3 ready to go.
Acknowledge, be advised, EMP was launched earlier and it was too fast. Missile could not catch up.
Understood, Saber.
Still having fun with that Scaran there. Intrepid's docked over at Promethean Command. People sat in the US eating breakfast as they watch. It's really weird because over here for me right now it is 20 to 3 and there's people sat around eating breakfast in the US. So let's see, Wolf Pup has joined us. Let's see how they're getting on.
Looks like they have figured out how to take the propulsion systems for Delta 58 down.
They managed to take out Scaran on the perimeter defenses, which is pretty good. switch that AI control console off. There we go.
And it's anti-mine, so it got a bunch of the perimeter ring.
Oh, did it take them out and go through it?
Yeah.
Tricky are those Scarans. And the cool thing is as well in the sandbox, if I go into the spawn menu, something that we added in the TSN to add that extra bit of challenge is not just a single Scaran, but a Scaran fleet. So we can actually spawn 3 or 4 in a fleet that will attack together. They have caused a few casualties, haven't they, Donovan, in the TSN?
Oh, quite a few, especially if more than one have tractor.
Yeah. And basically pin you in place and blow the ship up. Alright, so this is the easy bit as GM, you just kind of leave it running. Those enemy groups seem to be gathering up quite a bit. I might...
TSN Intrepid. Be advised we are joining the battle ring.
I think I might take control directly of one of these groups, maybe that India group, and shift them into a different position to cause them some problems. So, let's go that way.
TSN Saber, this is TSN Intrepid. We are about to open with Delta 1000 Foxtrot 10 and then have a ordnance mine.
There we go. So that group is not going to go into that trap. In fact, they are going to go this way.
Acknowledge.
We're going to head for the gap. And the golf group, let's see if we can get the golf group. No, we'll leave the golf group for now. I'm going to focus as GM on this India group. This one here that I've got. Try and get them through that breach. Peel a Targoth off to attack. And this one here. So I'm going to have 2 peel off. And I'm going to keep the rest attacking. It's the cool thing about being a GM, I think you can really tailor the game so it's not just the same, oh, well, we'll just taunt that enemy fleet and keep them pinned down for a bit.
Might want to default AI the carrier so he launches fighters soon.
Saber, if you have damaged, leave the area. We're going to continue.
Right, I'm going to go to I and I'm going to go default AI.
Acknowledge.
Reassigning. There we go.
There we go.
Right on cue as well, perfect. That will have thrown them. I think the problem is now because I've separated up India 3-1 and India 4-0. They need to close up before they're going to start moving again. But it's got the Aegis pinned right in there. Okay, how long have we got left on the clock? About 15 minutes left on the clock, so I'm not going to throw anything more at them. I'm just going to let them secure this area.
Aegis is going to try to use the perimeter ring, but I think the fighters might go bingo before they get there.
I wonder if I can just increase the speed of these 2 ships to close up the ranks a bit quicker. There. And there. And again. And again. So that's just increasing the speed. So now that they're getting close, they're starting to move again, which is good. They've got a lot of drones going towards the Aegis there.
That's a Lancer-sized lot of drones.
I have Lancer's got the beams to deal with that.
If you cook the beams and reverse impulse a little bit, we can take those out.
Alright, I might retake control of that India fleet and try and get them through the gap.
Oh, they launched Odysseus to take them out. Standard shuttles fire a little bit faster, but they lost their shuttle.
Oh, did they? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Odysseus destroyed.
They could be gaming the system and trying to get a fighter from Promethean Command then.
Just clear that menu up there. So while they're doing that, yeah, there's quite a few different menus in the sandbox. The main one that you end up using is this spawn menu here, so you can see I can spawn different enemy fleets. In fact, I need to change that
Then go ahead, Agent.
to default. There we go. So I can spawn
We're about to do a light drop.
TSN forces, USFP forces, and because the TSN are on the player side, when you click TSN, it automatically switches it to player side. But I can spawn TSN forces on a different side that'll appear as enemy to them, which is cool. Biomax, you can see they cycle to side 7, Hegemony side 1, which is default enemy. Pirates we set as side 5, Zimni side 2 player, but again you can have an enemy Zimni as well.
And enemies on different sides will attack each other.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So I could have pirates attacking Scarans if I wanted, and then the players in the middle on a different side, and everybody's an enemy to everybody, which is cool. Oh, it sounds like one of the ships is taking damage. I hope it doesn't go down, because I'm connected to that ship. And then static objects. I can't remember what I put in static objects. Oh yeah, so we've got life pods that can be recovered by the
Saber almost needed some.
by the shuttles, and a black box that can be recovered by the shuttles. So that spawn menu is the one that we make the use of most, isn't it, Donovan?
Yes, it is.
There are a few others though to add interesting points to the mission. So points of interest here on the left. We can have a go at spawning bits of debris, or points to scan, or rendezvous points for shuttles. I think what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go and I'm going to switch to an observer view, so we can see what it looks like in game. Here we go.
Also drop waypoints of the breadcrumbs to lead the players where you want them to go.
Yeah, yeah.
We may have players who aren't familiar with our stellar cartography maps here, and so when we say go to sector 4, sector 5, they have no idea where that is.
Okay. Don't know if that noise came through. That was outside my window. Okay, need to check on how much time we've got left. 10 minutes, not doing too bad. So after this, we're going to be starting up our first race event. Raiden's going to be running that event. I know there's a couple of people signed up for it. We'll be using the race channels on TeamSpeak. More information will be posted on our Discord, so that you know how to connect. There's a TSN race team, hopefully, that we've got lined up, and then any other race teams that join us, all the details will be there, and we'll actually be broadcasting live the commentary in the race as it goes on.
Agent Saber, we are going
Let's
to
see how they're doing on the side screen.
EMP out.
Acknowledge.
They're not doing too bad. They've got
TSN Saber, this is TSN.
one group here.
We're gonna help you with
PS26
the
is going
behemoth.
to take a few drone
We have
hits.
heavy ordnance
That's
ready
true.
if you prefer.
Acknowledge. Please communicate with Agent.
Have a look, Master.
Roger that.
So they've got a lot of
TSN
shields though,
agent
so they're not going to be too
coming in
bad.
hot, we will be launching nuke and EMP.
So one thing on Game Master, I've got 2 surrendered ships. This one, Foxtrot 74 and Golf 01. You can never really tell when they're surrendered, I think, do they? Yeah, which is why having like a sign screen is always useful as Game Master, I've found. You can flick backwards and forwards. That as well, you can see the hidden enemy ships like the Scarans. You need to be able to flick backwards and forwards between the two. so you know if the Scaren's invisible or not, basically. Okay, it's a little bit of a cheat, like killing them on the
Spinners around.
minefield. Oof. I suppose that's what it's there for, isn't it? Okay, because I've disconnected and reconnected to this Game Master console as well. We've got a reboot button up here. It cycles every so often so that I can click that and bring up the menu again, just in case I get disconnected. Looks like they're coming to an end. Once they've finished off these couple of enemies.
T-Shock in the air.
Nice. So I don't know if you want more observer footage, please post in the chat. I can have observer footage up while I'm game mastering. If you actually want to see the game mastering and what's going on in the background though, like you've been able to see, you can do. I'm going to talk to these guys to finish off this mission, and then I'll be ending the stream. So.
TSN Saber to command. We do not see any more enemies.
This is command to all ships. It looks like the area is secure. Congratulations on a successful mission. Report back to Promethean Command and you can stand down your crews. Alright, once they're all docked up at Promethean Command, I'm going to end it there. Right, I've got this end button as well, so we don't have to end it server side. I can end it from the Game Master console, and looks like the last one's just docking up there. Go to that. There we go. All three ships docked up. Nice little ending there. There we go. Alright, thank you very much for watching our second stream. I hope you enjoyed seeing the first introductory game that we've got. I'm going to end the stream there and you'll be able to catch us up. Our next stream is going to be in a couple of hours time. We'll also be broadcasting the actual race that we're doing. We've got a couple of people who are lined up as commentators who are going to be joining me, so you can watch the race as well. Join us then in a few minutes then.